Only 2 more Super Sixes until the playoffs begin, Dom, and wow, what a week it was.
What a little shakeup we had here in both the Big Bend and South Georgia. And can you believe we're approaching our final regular season week of high school football?
It's insanity to me.
Unbelievable, but we've had a lot of fun this season.
Absolutely. Big Bend or South Georgia, where do we start?
Let's start in South Georgia.
Let's start in South Georgia, shall we? There's our new Super Six, and there's only one change, and that would be at the number 6 spot. The Clinch County Panthers have found their way into that 6th position. Then, of course, it's 5 Lowndes. From there, we go to 4, the Cairo Syrup Makers, and no change at 3, 2, 1, Valdosta, Thomas County Central, and the Colquitt County Packers.
We've had some discussion about this 6th spot in South Georgia. Feels like for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks now. You know, we have Brooks, and we have Early, and we have Clinch, and we have Cook. At the end of the day, some new blood in there. Clinch County had a great season. They end the regular season 8-2, heading to the playoffs on a good note. They did lose this last week, but hey, so did Cook and Brooks County. So, what are we going to do?
And everybody else has been in the list, so we may as well give the Panthers their day. They've played very good ball all year long.
Absolutely. Lowndes 5-4, but again, we've thought all season we can't punish them by virtue of their really, really tough schedule. Cairo Syrup Makers start the year 1-3, rattle off 6 straight, region title on the line against Bainbridge this week for our game of the week. That's going to be a lot of fun at West Thomas Stadium. Again, Valdosta, you can't fault them for losing to Colquitt County because they're just a buzzsaw. And last thing I'll say, Ryan Kelly, besides the Packers, Thomas County Central, 2 straight weeks, top 10 wins in 6A. They control their own destiny in that region.
If anything, we could have an argument to put the Yellow Jackets at the number 1 team right now.
How impressive have they been? I mean, seriously.
But you can't punish Colquitt because they've just been so excellent all year long.
Yes.
And they've met every expectation we've had of them.
Yes.
All right, Big Bend time?
Big Bend time.
Big Bend time. Big shakeups in the Big Bend. Number 6 stays the same. That's the Sneads Pirates. Then JP2. Wakulla falls to 4, which means the Suwannee Bulldogs have moved to number 3 by virtue of a head-to-head victory. Number 2, the North Florida Christian Eagles. And number 1, the Seminoles of Florida High. We were talking about it before this started. What a rise for Suwannee, who's just gotten better and better and better as the season has gone on.
They are clicking on all cylinders right now. Their defense has been so impressive. They held an offense in Wakulla who's averaging 30, 35, 40 points per game. They pitched a shutout in the second half of that game. Biggest win of the season for Suwannee. They win that district. Huge for the Bulldogs, so they hop to number 3 for us. And just going through the list here, impressive teams for us, Ryan. Sneads running the table. They're 9-0. Have a chance to run the table in the regular season. JP2 just punching the clock, averaging upwards of 40 points per game. Wakulla, can't punish them too much because this is still a really talented football team, as we've seen all year.
Yeah, no matter what Cleese is under center, that offense still seems to hum.
100%. That's what made Suwannee's win even that much more impressive, is that offense hasn't skipped a beat for the War Eagles. NFC 10-0. Perfect, Ryan Kelly. Ran the table in the regular season.
They sit at home this week while everybody else battles it out.
Yes, and they're pumped about that heading into the playoffs. Easily the most talented offense in our area. I don't think I have a problem saying that. Outside of maybe Thomas County Central and Colquitt County, up in South Georgia, who knows. In Florida High, man, this team just keeps on punching the clock and winning.
Yeah, workmanlike. They do what they need to do. By the way, fascinating, if the playoffs started today, Friday night would be a rematch between Suwannee and Wakulla, except this time in Live Oak at Paul Langford Stadium.
Feels like they've earned that, right? I mean, to get that opportunity at home, because what a performance. I was there for the whole first half. What a game that was. 2 talented teams. I'd love to see these guys battle it out 10 times out of 10, and I think it'd be even split 5-5.
It would be another game of the week worthy game.
Every time. We would do it every time.
I got to put my eyes on NFC at Monroe on Friday. And by the way, give Robert F. Monroe a ton of credit. They fought so hard in that game. They handled punch for punch, but at the end of the day, NFC made winning plays late in that game.
56-40, 96 points in that football game. You can't fault either of the offenses, right? Maybe the D coordinators looked at film. I don't know.
Hard to believe we've only got 1 more Super Six till the playoffs after this. And, of course, 1 more regular season football Friday night. Cairo and Bainbridge going to be the stars of our show. Going to be a stellar game at West Thomas Stadium this Friday night.